Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Alhamdulillah nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu al-mab'utsu baina yaday as-sa'ah داعيا إلى الله بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه ووالاه. أما بعد فيا عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله وأحثكم على طاعة الله وطاعة رسوله لعلكم ترحمون. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأطيعوا الله الرسول لعلكم ترحمون. My dear brothers, first of all, we praise and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all His blessings. We also invoke peace and blessing upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, upon his family, his companions, and all those who follow him, doing good deed till the day of judgment. Today, I would like to talk about the qualities of Iman. Without which our Iman is defective. Allah SWT said in Surah Al-Anfal, ayat number 2, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إنما المؤمنون الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم وإذا تليت عليهم آياته زادتهم إيمانا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون. So innama in Arabic mean adatul hasr, mean just to restrict or to limit the qualities mentioned. So here Allah says innamal mu'minun, the only believers, or the believers are only those when Allah is mentioned, their heart tremble. And when the ayats or the messages of Allah are recited to them, they increase them in iman. And they only put their trust in their Lord. So in this ayat, of course, Allah mentioned the three qualities. He said the believers are only they, or those who, when Allah is mentioned, their heart tremble. So everyone can ask himself or herself whether we have this quality or not, or he or she has this quality or not. Where even Allah mentioned, so the heart tremble. Why tremble? For different reasons. Tremble because of love and longing, and also tremble because of fear and hope. The true believers always hope for the mercy of Allah and fear His anger. The believers are those who always hope for the Jannah, the paradise of Allah, and fear the hellfire. Because of that, when Allah mentioned, so their heart trembles. Because Iman itself is love. Allah mentioned in Surah At-Tawbah ayat 24, for example. And also in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ said, among other things, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يكون الله ورسوله أحب إليه مما سواهما. None of you will have Iman, or the true Iman, until Allah and His Messenger are dearer to Him or loved more by Him than anything else. This Iman. So if Allah is the one we love the most of all, so of course, when His name mentioned, our heart trembles. Why? Because we long for Him. We miss Him. We want to meet Him. And also, we are always scared of afraid, to lose His mercy or to earn His anger. This is one of the qualities. And then we ask ourselves, do we have this quality or not? Especially not only Allah, when Allahu Akbar is mentioned. Allah is the greatest, Allah is the biggest. Do we feel at that time everything else, whether our wife, children, our big houses, our luxury cars, our job, our business or trade, are dearer to us than Allah, or Allah is the dearest? Then we can question ourselves. How many Muslims, they sacrifice their sleep only to watch World Soccer, what you call World Cup soccer, for example. But how many Muslims wake up at night to pray tahajjud? Then you can also compare the conditions of our Iman, whether our Iman is still true or false. So we have to measure to which we are more attracted, either to the worldly things or to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our Creator. Then number one. Number two, إِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. And when the ayats of Allah, the messages of Allah are recited to them, those ayat increase them in Iman. Every time they hear one ayah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or one message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that message increases them in iman. Make the iman stronger. As a result, they will try or to strive to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with more good deeds, because the iman is getting stronger and stronger every time they listen to the ayat of Allah recited to them. And then we ask ourselves, how many times we have heard the ayat of Allah recited? Have those ayat increased us in iman or not? We can answer ourselves. That they call it number 2. Number 3, وَعَلَىٰ رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ. And they only put their trust in Allah. So tawakkul. So we're putting trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we see most human beings, both Muslim and non-Muslim, they only put their trust in what they can see, or what they crave for, or what they want. For example, they put trust in money. They put trust sometimes in fame, in positions, and they put their trust there. They put their trust in their expertise or skill, or they put their trust in wishful thinking, but not in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Allah said, قُلْ لَا يُصِيبَنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَنَا وَمَوْلَانَا وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Say, O Muhammad, nothing will befall us except what Allah has ordained for us or written for us. So He is our protector. So let the believers put their trust in Him. Nothing in this world happened without His will and permission. Of course, from time to time we are put to test and to trial and task. But it's all with His permission, to test our iman and our patience. And Allah always tests us through His creatures, whether human beings who harm us, or animals, or even the wind and the weather. It's all the creatures of Allah. And the invisible beings like jinn and shaitan, witchcraft, sorcery. So we are tested sometimes, or tested through all those things, through the creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why Allah commanded His Prophet to seek refuge in Allah. Even the Prophet, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ. Say, O Muhammad, I seek refuge in the Lord of the morning light from the evil of what He has created. Why? Because Allah tests us through His creatures. So everything happens with His permission. Whether we like it or we don't, that's the reality, the haqiqah. So if we put trust in Allah, we fear nothing. If some human being cause us some harm, for example, by robbing us, or stealing our property or money, or hurting us physically, or cause this injury and so on, we accept that as what Allah has ordained for us. Because all those things happen not without a wisdom behind it. Mainly the wisdom is because of our sin. So because Allah want to remove the sin from us, want to cleanse us from the sin, so Allah let some harm touch us. That's how it is. We have to accept. Because it's the way or the means of forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or sometimes just Allah want to teach us. The closer we get to Allah, the more Allah will teach us. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said, يُبْتَلَ الْمَرْءُ عَلَى حَسَبِ دِينِهِ وَإِنْ كَانَ فِي دِينِهِ صَلَابَةٌ زِيدَ فِي بَلَائِهِ. So the mu'min, the believer, is tested according to his deen, his religion, his faith. If he has some strength in his religion, and then his test will be increased, not decreased. That's how it is. But to teach us, to say, when he tests us, where we turn for help, where we turn for protection. This is number 3. And then Allah continues. So those who have these qualities will reflect in their action. They will prove with their action. And then Allah said, الَّذِينَ يُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. Those who establish the prayers and who spend out of what we have provided for them as sustenance, to share a bit from what our He has given us. Because it is a test as well. When He gives us more than the other, it is a test from Allah. So Allah wants to see, first of all, of our thanksgiving, we establish the prayers. And as our gratefulness to the generosity and kindness of Allah, we share what we have got or Allah has given us. Ulaika humul mu'minuna haqqa. They are the believers in truth. Allah said they are the believers in truth. Lahum darajatun 'inda rabbihim wa maghfiratun wa rizqun kareem, and they will have as reward maghfirah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And darajat mean the great of honor and generous provision from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sabarakallahu li wa lakum Qur'an azim. ونفعني وإياكم بما فيه من الآيات والذكر الحكيم وتقبل مني ومنكم تلاوته إنه هو السميع العليم. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات استغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين على أمور الدنيا والدين. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله الملك الحق المبين. وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله ورسول الوعد الأمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه بإحسان يوم الدين. أما بعد فأيها المسلمون اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم أعوذ من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال تعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم ارض عن الخلفاء الراشدين المهتدين سادتنا أبي بكر عمر عثمان وعلي وعن سائر الصحابة أجمعين. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره لنا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من الراشدين. اللهم اغفر لنا بالصالحين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم لا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك ولا يرحمنا. اللهم اعز الإسلام المسلمين وأهلك كفرة المشركين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون في الصلاة.